Since the 12th of October, the way to travel to any country in the Schengen area has changed radically. The new entry-exit system, also known as EES, is now in force, and in this video we'll explain everything you need to know about how it works, its main changes, and all the consequences you'll face from now on with this new control system. We are saying goodbye to the passport stamp and moving on to a new system where all your entries and exits are recorded online. Let's see how it works. What exactly is the EES? Well, the EES, or entry-exit system, is the new border control system that travelers from third countries, that is, from outside the European Union, must go through when crossing the external borders of the European Union or the Schengen area. Basically, the EES replaces the traditional manual passport stamping with a cloud-based record, and it will be present at airports, train stations, and seaports. How does this work? Until now, when a traveler arrived at the Schengen border, we had their data and documents on one side, and then a border officer manually checked that the person arriving at the airport matched those data and documents. With the entry-exit system, technology replaces that manual check at the border and validates the match between the traveler and documents file more quickly and simply for everyone involved. So instead of speaking with a police or border officer, you'll scan your passport and your biometrics, such as facial scan and fingerprint capture, at the self-service kiosk. When you go through this kiosk, your entry or exit data as well as your biometric data will be recorded in a cloud share by all member states. When does it take effect? After months and months of delays, the EES has finally started to come into force. Many countries began implementation on Saturday, October 12th, and although not all countries and airports are operational yet, a progressive rollout is expected to be completed by April 2026, at which point all borders in all these countries will have transitioned to the new system. During the first 6 months, both systems will coexist. Travelers will be able to go through one of these new self-service kiosks or through a border officer, as has been done until now. Before we continue with one of the most important points in this video, remember to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so. We publish videos like this every week, so subscribe now, hit the like button, and let's continue. What does this mean for you as a foreigner? Let's look at a key point in this whole process, because the increased convenience or speed at the border isn't the only thing you'll experience. On the one hand, the borders of Schengen member states will be strengthened and made more secure. But perhaps the most important consequence has to do with counting your days as a tourist in the Schengen area. Because as you know, if you exceed the 90 days of your tourist stay in any Schengen country without obtaining a residence permit, the authorities will not allow you to re-enter, because there would be a risk that you'll overstay again. Many foreigners have managed to get around this by renewing their passports, thereby removing the physical stamp that showed when they entered the country and was therefore the proof that they had exceeded the permitted stay. But that will no longer be possible, since the entry-exit system will generate a digital stamp, so your physical passport remains unstamped. All entry and exit records will be stored in European online databases. Therefore, all foreigners will have to fully comply with the 90-day rule, as the authorities will have a record at all times of the day you entered the country, when you left, and hence whether you have exceeded those 3 months or not. That's it for today's video. On this channel, we'll keep explaining how this new system works and everything you'll need to travel to Europe, and more specifically to Spain, from now on. So subscribe so you don't miss anything, and email us info@balsalesgroup.com if you need personalized legal advice for an immigration procedure. See you in the next video. Bye.